Hello, friendly YouTubers. My favoriteest YouTubers ever. All my new subscribers, my old subscribers, welcome. This is a kitchen live. Man, what a mess it becomes in here. So yesterday was on track for the most part, almost the entire day. I got a little longer nap than I intended, and that made me later getting dinner on, and made me later getting the garden watered, and it made me in the dark. And I told you if I'm going to do the dishes and I do them in the light, I'm most likely going to do them if I do the dinner earlier. But this time I didn't do that. I waited a long time and it was later in the day and it was already dark outside. And just like I said, if it's dark outside, I'm not interested in washing the dishes because you can't really see and it's just not bright enough. And I don't know, there's just so much to it that it's just annoying. Well, so I did this and I was outside and I fully intended on washing the dishes. I tidied up the kitchen, meaning I cleared and washed the counters and the table and all that. Had the kids help, they do their part. But I didn't wash the dishes. So today, that opening picture I showed you shows the dishes. Yay, I'm so glad for you, Heather. That's awesome. Well, yeah, so here I have dishes, maybe 10 minutes worth. That's not that much. At least I'm going to get them done, but I thought, why not chat with my friends while I'm doing it? So here I go. I've already filled up the sink with hot soapy water, had the dishes stacked, so that makes it a lot easier to get her done. But hey, if you watched my live video yesterday from the garden, it was kind of dark. It was my no sugar video for day 25. I am so mad, okay? Like, I ate 2 fruit roll-ups, like I said, I confessed, because I really thought I was going to be able to make it, but here I was feeding them in the class, and I brought extra in case a few extra kids come, because sometimes they come and sometimes they don't. And so I brought it just to be prepared, and ended up biting myself over it, and it kind of was annoying. And here I was eating those, and by the second one, I was pretty sure I'd made a bad decision. And even my twins are in my class, right? They're 6. And they said, "Are you supposed to be eating that, Mom?" I was like, hush up. But I should have listened. My little boy was trying to keep me on the straight and narrow. But I started feeling sick last night, and I almost felt like I was getting the flu. So that tells me that there must be even more wrong with it, because I think corn syrup was the first ingredient. So that would make sense why I got sick, and that's why I got mad at myself for doing it. It was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you fell for that. Well, and so here I got a little bit sick, but I felt bad, so I hurried and ate my salad, and I hurried and ate the grilled chicken my husband made, and I felt a lot better. I didn't feel quite the effects from it, but I was so disappointed in myself for falling for that. And you know, what do you do with that? You just get over it. But what made me mad is that I was like, really? You mean I didn't fall for the cheesecake? Oh, I know. But I was like, really? I fall for fruit roll-ups. I don't fall for the cheesecake for the 4th of July. I don't fall for the twins' birthday ice cream cake. I didn't fall for other treats I've made for different activities of the family. And I can't pass up fruit roll-ups. Well, then I was watching Dr. Becky. She's a college instructor at the Science of Diet and Nutrition, and she pointed out a lot of things. She, like right now, she's running this thing. If you watch her video, it's about losing weight for women over 50. And even though I'm not 50, I'm like 46, almost 47, I thought, well, let me just see what she says to them. And she said that she has like this free thing she's running. I think it's under most of her videos right now. You can look her up right here on YouTube, Dr. Becky Gillespie, but I think she's just called Dr. Becky. She's blonde and she's thin, and she's always got like a education background behind her. Right on. And she says that there's a way to eat called the 0123. And sorry, I got camel up in my teeth. But she says that there's this way that you're supposed to eat, and that, you know, you have in that 4-part video series, it's a 4-part video series, it's a free video series that you can watch that explains the 0123 diet. That's in the last video. And the other videos talk about sugar addiction and why we have a hard time saying no to that kind of thing. And she described what was going on inside of me perfectly. And she talked about how when you don't have the proper nutrition, then your body is going to kick on cravings. Sweet. Hi, Angie. It's good to see you. Yeah, so Dr. Becky said that in those free videos, that 4-part series, she said that if your nutrition isn't where it needs to be and you haven't met the day's requirements of what your body needs, then you are absolutely going to crave sugar, because your body's trying to signal to you that you need to get more nutrition, and so it does that. I swear they put something in that stuff that they don't put on the label and make it addictive. Oh, I agree. Well, even if it's just that stuff that is addictive, it like hijacks your brain, like I talked about in that other video. Hijacks your brain and makes you think you can't live without it. Just like a gambler, a smoker, a drinker, a porn addict, whatever, it hijacks that same middle part of your brain, that most beginning part of your brain, where it tells you if you don't have this, you're gonna die. Literally hijacks it. It's a lie. You're not going to die. Obviously, people quit sugar all the time. And I quit enough sugar to know that that's not the case. But I was just so impressed. I've been watching Dr. Becky for a while, but I never really just took the plunge to do what she said, because one of the things she tells you and suggests is to give up sugar. And I was like, I don't even know if I can give up sugar. Let me just try it and see. And so now that I am, because her 0123 plan is pretty easy, and she says, you know, have 0 sugar, but that's going to mean like corn syrup and fructose and all these things, let alone, you know, sugared cereals and sugar in your oatmeal and all that stuff. And so she says that with the sugar, and then the one is you're supposed to eat 1 giant salad a day with all the vegetables you can think of to put in it that sound yummy to you, and you can add cheese to it, and you can you know, add whatever toppings you want on it, but you need to eat that giant salad, and that's really going to make a difference in your addiction to sugar, because it will actually take away cravings eventually. And she's like, so get that big salad in. And then she says the 2-part is to have 2 cups of steamed vegetables. And it could be any steamed vegetables. They just need to not be starchy vegetables. You know, so like green beans, asparagus, broccoli, that kind of thing is just really good for you. And so I haven't asked her yet, but I think if I can keep including a cucumber as one of my vegetables, a fresh cucumber, and not have to cook it, if that would be okay, you know, because I do that sometimes on this as a snack instead of as a part of my salad. And then the third thing is to make sure you get your healthy fats, and your healthy fats are like coconut oil, and I don't even remember the other ones. That's the only one I can remember. And she does like this fat bomb coffee, and there's so many different fat bombs you could do where they add butter and heavy whipping cream and stuff, which puts you on a borderline keto. And I just thought, you know, if I'm going to do it, this is probably the best way. I just have to make a commitment to myself and say no to sugar, because she talks about the energy plunge, which everybody knows about. I mean, especially when you get over 30, you eat this crap, and then about midway through the day, about 12, 1, 2, 3, and you do, here you go without, you know, you're about, after your 30s, like I said, and then here you have an energy drop around noon, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, and all of a sudden you crash, and you just got nothing left, and you just have to sit down and rest or take a nap, watch a movie, whatever, so you can regroup and get your act back together. And I can't be doing that. I've got too much to do, and too many kids to entertain, and too much fun to have. And you know, when I'm tired and I'm wiped out and the kids are just playing on their own, I just feel like a loser mom. And especially if I know that my diet, as Dr. Becky says, if that contributes to it and is what's making me tired. And she talks about how, I don't know, I haven't read enough of her material to see if she says that that's a good replacement, but she's just talking about mostly eating more whole foods, you know, grilled chicken. I don't know if she mentions steak or whatever, but I like having steak and onions and things like that, but mostly just the vegetables. And she didn't really say what else to not eat. Yeah, I have some raw honey actually. I just don't eat a lot of stuff that needs sugar added to it. I'm just mostly struggling with the stuff that's already sugar based, you know, cakes, candies, cookies, pastries, pies, and then your kid snacks, like you said, you know, those dang kid snacks, fruit snacks, and fruit roll-ups, and ding-dongs, all that Hostess crap, and donuts. Those are the things I'm talking about, you know. I don't even need sugar on my cereal if I have like Special K or whatever. I think it's already sweet enough. I think Cheerios are sweet enough, but those are kind of a grain, and I haven't watched enough of her videos to know, but it sounds like she's trying to get you off of grain as well, for the most part, as unhealthy carbs, and tells you what to look for instead, in place of it. And like I said, I've only been watching her for a while, and I just had to just kind of gather the most information. I'm not giving it to you 100%. I mean, you can watch it and assess for yourself what works for you, but she just is making me kind of excited that there's hope. I mean, she lost 50 pounds, and she was just doing this 0, 1, 2, 3 diet, and her husband has lost over 50 pounds, and he did the same diet, and I was just like, well, that's hopeful. You know, whenever you do, and I've lost enough weight, you know, the good news is I'm at 160 again, and I'm actually there, and I've been there for a few days. I weighed myself a few days ago, I think on Friday or Saturday, and I've been weighing myself every day before I told you about it, because I wanted to make sure I was holding at 160, and I just adjusted my my Fitness Pal to 1,500 calories, because I might even do 1,520 calories, because, you know, however much you want to weigh, you just add a 0 to it and plug that into my Fitness Pal or whatever, and that's the amount of calories you need to eat. And it kind of worked, because I had it on 1,600 calories, and now I'm at 160. So to drop it, I'm just going to say, hey, you know, here I need to eat 1,520 calories a day, and I'm going to get down to a better weight. I mean, even if I said 1,500 and 500, right on. So, you know, just doing something like that is simple. And then just when you log in your food on there, because it allows you to log in your breakfast, lunch, dinner, your snacks, and your water, and just doing that, and then also exercise, it just helps you be aware of how many calories things have, if they're high in good fats, bad fats. It helps you learn if they're necessary for you. If you're going over in carbs, you can track your macros. You can adjust them to however you want. You can adjust your calories. I mean, it is just really helpful, and I love that app, My Fitness Pal, because it's free, and it just helps me to be aware of all the junk and all the crap I'm eating. You know, anytime I just pay attention a little more, I think it really helps. You know, just since I've been watching my weight and watching what I eat, I'm losing more weight, and that just really gets me excited. So, I don't know, it feels like there's hope, even though I messed up yesterday, and it's okay. I'm back on the wagon. You know, and I guess yesterday was a fall off the wagon altogether, because I even fell off the wagon and didn't get the dishes done. And whatever, you know, I'm doing them today, and hopefully this will be a better week, and I'll have less days that I fall off the wagon for that than other days, you know, because sometimes I can miss 2, maybe even 3 days, and just wash them in the morning, which sucks. I made it down to my lowest weight since high school, and then I got pregnant. He's turning 3, so yeah. You're probably still just eating a lot more calories than you need. If you don't have My Fitness Pal, Angie, just get it and kind of survey where you're at. If you see that you're at that weight that you are, you'll see you're easy. Like you put your target weight, what you'd like to weigh, and make it reasonable. Don't drop like 40 pounds. That's a lot to lose in a short amount of time. You'd have to drastically cut your calories down. And not that I'm big into calories, I'm more into nutrition. Like I don't care the calories that come from eating a giant salad or an omelet with cheese, because those are so good for me. But I am going to be more careful about if I eat a sandwich. I don't need 4 pieces of bread. I mean, 2 pieces of bread every few days is about all I can handle. But, you know, here I fell off the wagon for doing the dishes, and I'm back on. And hopefully I can do them every day. And if I can't, oh well, I'll just keep going. This is probably the one chore that I struggle with the most, because I've just been doing them for so long and I just drag butt. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't even know how to, I've changed my mind about it. I've had a good attitude about it. Kat helps me a lot. But still, there's just days where I just am unmotivated and I don't want to do it. And oh well, I'm going to do it anyways because it needs to be done. And it's the right thing to do. It's my responsibility. Like I said, it's my chore. This is not one I've given to the kids. They do all the other chores, so I don't have to do those. And that makes it to where if I can't do 10 minutes for dishes, what am I worth? You know, it doesn't take that long to do the dishes. I mean, I've been on here over 15 minutes, so, you know, maybe it's taken me 20, maybe it'll take me 20 minutes today. Big whoop. You know, I'm rattling my mouth. Oh yeah, I actually have a bathroom video I'm doing. You might like it. It has a few tips. Sorry I didn't get to see your comment. You know, they'll be released. I love how YouTube does that now. You can see the comments that were given before, because I'll comment back to you once I see what they were. But I think you said, Angie, that's your chore you hate the most is the toilet. Oh yeah. Well, that's why they say do them at the end of the day after dinner, right after dinner. But it doesn't make it any easier for me because, girl, you know, I always got all kinds of stuff going on in this kitchen after dinner, and kids eating this, that, and the other, asking for seconds, and they're slower than me, and I'm like, well, I'm going to just go. I mean, I did have the sink filled with hot soapy water, so I get a bonus point for that, I guess. I don't know if I'm allowed to be giving myself bonus points, but you know, if I get it done, I get it done, and I'm proud of myself. And if I don't, I don't wake up sad that the sink is not empty. I don't get sad about that. That doesn't bother me. It's just like, oh, that's number 1 priority today. Get those dishes done. Because I don't want a science project to be filling up here in the kitchen. Oh, guess what? I have a solution for that, at least at my house. My kids raided the pantry and made it to where sometimes I'd go to make something, and guess what? Food was missing, and I couldn't even make it. You know, you try to make taco salad, you don't have any Doritos. Yuck, who wants to do that? It just is so much better with the Doritos, the way I do it. Or you go to make cheesecake, say, and they've eaten the graham crackers. What are you going to do? You've already blended up the one part, and you can't finish it. I've had that with cakes. Just where they take ingredients. So you know what I did? Honest to goodness. Let's see if it's done right now. Yeah, you see that? It's locked. I literally have a key lock for my pantry, and I carry the keys with me all day long. That's right. I locked the pantry because I had to find some way. You know, you want to have sandwich and chips for the kids, and then the next thing you know, all the chips are gone. How are they going to even eat their sandwich at school? It's going to be so boring. Just a little ham and cheese or a PBJ and no chips? I don't like that. I think that's rude. Especially when one person's enjoying them and no one else is getting them. Yeah, I don't have any problems with my bathrooms. My bathrooms are easy for me because they take 2 minutes a piece. I do them every morning, and I clean them real good once a week, and then I quick clean them every morning. Or like a swish and swipe, where I just swab the toilet and I wipe out the sink, sometimes the counter and the mirror if it needs it, and sometimes I wipe it even if it doesn't need it, and it just keeps my bathroom sparkly clean, and I really like that. And I'll tell you my few other tips that I have to help keep that bathroom sparkling clean in my little video, because you know I don't do that many videos lately. Just the summer is just so crazy busy. I just don't know if it will ever slow down. You know, just trying to entertain the kids and keep them out of trouble and take them places and keep their minds active, and you know, and then I take them on hikes and adventures, and then I'm exhausted. I mean, I still have my camping video I want to put up, and I still have our week at a glance video, and I haven't put that up, and I have one from last week I need to put up. That's awesome, Angie. I only use a few cleaners. There's, you know, this is my absolute favorite, Dawn dish liquid. That's the biggest one. I mean, I know some people aren't for that, but you know, to each his own. Do what works for you. I like stuff that smells good. You haven't heard of a toilet wand? What? It's just a brush, like a scrub brush, like you would use a bottle brush. It's actually a giant bottle brush. Oh dear, you can buy a toilet brush right there at Dollar Tree. So it looks like a bottle brush, but it's about this long and the head's about that big, and it just is a scrubby at the bottom of the toilet brush, and it just makes it to where you can swab that toilet real quick and get around that rim real quick. I just squirt like some shampoo or hand soap, dish soap, whatever I've got handy, it's fine. And then it just gives a different smell every day, and that just makes it more fun and interesting for the kids. So yeah, that's definitely an interesting situation. Yeah, it's like a long plastic handle, a skinny handle, almost like a broom handle, except for it's a little more flexible than that. And it just allows you to clean it real easy. And then that way you just do that every day, and before you know it, it'll be so clean. And yeah, you might have a little rim, and there's some tricks you can do for that, you know. I've had a toilet so bad that in a house we were buying that I had to use Diet Coke to get that rim clean, because or any Coke product, I think it was just regular Coke. And you take that Coke and you fill it up in your sink, just a 2-liter bottle. I mean, you fill it up in that toilet bowl, and I'll be danged if it didn't get all that crap off in there. And that kind of scares me. I'm glad I don't drink Coke, but I just am afraid for people who do. If it does that to a toilet and gets all that gunk off, what's it doing to our gut? That's scary. You know, what do you do? I don't know. You just try to figure it all out. Let's see, another thing I'll do this week, I think this week, I don't want to promise, just in case I do it next week instead, but I'll be going over my kids' names, and who's who and what their names are, and why I named them that real quick, and then that ought to be fun, just because I have 12 kids and their names are unique. And then I will, let's see, I'll be doing those camping. You should be getting a lot of videos from me here pretty quick. That should be fun. I'm so glad you guys were able to hop on. I don't know if I sent out a first video that said, hey, I'm going to be going live in 15 minutes. Did you guys get that? Right? I know that. Hey, I know high fructose corn syrup is really bad for you. I've known that for years. Shoot, we avoid red 40 at all costs. Blue, whatever. And I just try not to get anything with colors, except for those stupid fruit snacks and those fruit roll-ups. You know, once in a while they just get you, and you just forget what you care about, and you get kind of off course for a minute, and then bam, you're back in business, and you hurry and get back on track. And that's what's important, right? You don't want your kids to think they're deprived, heaven forbid. Oh my gosh, these kids nowadays. But yeah, did you guys get the video that said I was coming on? I said, hey, I'm going to be on in 15 minutes. We're just going to finish up lunch, and I'm going to get this job done. And I didn't know if it ever came through. I was unable to check on my phone properly, so I didn't even know. Who's there? Hi. Where have you been? Oh, okay. My daughter just came in. So yeah, I've only got these dishes to rinse and a little bit left, so If you have any questions or any comments that you want to send me real quick, feel free. Because I'll be wrapping it up and then getting back to mom life. You know how that is. And you can go to the dollar, take your kids to the Dollar Tree, and you guys can do the things that you have planned for the day. Those dang ice cream scoopers, I don't know if it, I told you I made those popsicles in those popsicle trays. They're not coming clean. I'm gonna have to leave them in the water today for a little while. You have is it a baby shower or a bridal shower? Is it a baby shower or a bridal shower? That's good, Angie. Always take a break. I had a water break this morning. Water with lemon in it, and that was perfect for me. Ice water. Yay, Heather, that's exciting. I hope you're all packing up. Oh wait, you don't know if your I don't know how your market's doing. Our market, man, you better pack up and be ready to go because it's going to sell fast. Everything here in Vegas is selling like hotcakes. We thought about selling our house and we could get completely out of debt if we did that. And we could move somewhere else, but we really like it here, so it doesn't make much sense to do that. We'd like to move maybe to another state, like Utah or Idaho, Wyoming even, they're just really beautiful. But, when you've lived in the desert your whole life, it's kind of hard because you feel attached to it. And I guess it's different if you're going to stay in your city or if you're going to move to a different place. We've moved so many times, like 28 times. I'm kind of sick of moving. Maybe only 25 times. I might be exaggerating. Like 3. Still a lot of moving. Ooh, good. Right on. Are you moving far away? Or are you going to rent for a while? Or are you going to buy something else? Smaller, cheaper, better? Our problem is we moved in this house and it was by far the smallest house we could find that could fit our family. We could not go any smaller than this. And that's just the way it goes when you got all these kids. It's okay. It's worth it. They're a party for sure. I'm going to wash this counter off and then I'm done. Oh, that's a good idea. We were going to do that before. We never actually did it though. I don't remember what happened. I think it's because we moved back to Vegas before we got to that point. Whatever. There's so many things I wish we'd have done and had done different, and different houses I wish we'd have just hung on to because we've bought several homes and then sold at the wrong time or bought when it was too high. And I mean, it's not cool. But whatever, you live, you learn, right? You just do the best you can and you make do with what you got and hope it all works out for the better. And if it doesn't, oh well, you live, you learn. Experience is the best teacher, they say. Doing my final wipe down of this counter, and I thank you ladies. That was way fun today, talking with you. And hopefully I can just keep this up because it makes the dishes go by so fast I don't even notice it's happening. And I really appreciate it. And then your coffee break can be over. Oh dear. You keep changing your mind or waiting for a better time. How's the market in your area? Are houses going quick? Are they, Angie? Are the houses going quick in your area? I guess I can put away this since no other kids came down to eat. Oops, left me a butter knife. Oh, good. That's good. That means there's a lot better chance to sell it, right? Yeah, that's good news. Very good news. We had bagels, cream cheese, and ham for lunch today. I'll leave this out in case the boys decide they want it. with the other stuff we have. I need to set the toaster out over there so I can wipe this counter off. Put these away. All right, so if this video didn't annoy you, please like it. I know you're subscribed, and that's good news for me. And thanks so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Help give me a hand and support and encouragement that I needed, and being able to talk about everything. Oh no! Well, getting out of debt's always a good thing. That's what they say. I've got to change laundry now and make sure the kids have their chores done, and that's all over the house. You'd be crazy getting sick from all the video moving. So I better not take you with me, but I finished this. Even got the counters wiped down again and looking good, so that's all I got for you. Any last words or comments that you have for me? Huh? Any other comment? My board's blank. I need to put a message up there today. Oh, you have a blessed day too, darling. I hope you enjoyed your coffee break. Oh, yes. That sounds good. Yeah, I love when you guys catch me live. It makes it way more fun. So, all right, take care and keep watching for the other videos, and hopefully I'll get them up soon. Thanks so much. Take care. Have a great day. Bye, ladies. Love you. Awesome.